On this video, we're going to talk about GameStop. We're going to talk about the stock, ticker symbol GME. Now, I am an investor in this company and I am up over 2,000%, and I think there is more upside on this stock. Now, I have to say that this really isn't an investment. It is more of a gamble, but it is high risk, high reward, and that is why I only put a little bit of money into it. But we're going to get into why I think there is more upside when it comes to GameStop and how you can make a ton of money off of this company. So if that is something that interests you, then this is the place you want to be. What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the We Are Investing channel, a channel that's dedicated in investing and personal finance. And yes, you heard me correct. I am up 2,140.74% on GameStop right now, and I still think that there's upside when it comes to this stock, because there are a couple things here that are unique to GameStop that really make it attractive for me as a high risk, high reward. Not even gonna call it an investment, a gamble, but I think the odds, the risk to reward ratio is in our favor, and that's why I got in on this trade. And it's not like I got into this trade forever ago. I got into this trade in March of 2020. So it's not even been a year, and I'm up over 20 times my money, and I still think I'm going to be making more off of this stock. Now, before we proceed on with the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing that like button. It goes a long way in helping the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Also, if you're new to this channel, we do things a little bit differently here on the We Are Investing channel. Before we proceed into the nitty-gritty details of the stocks that we analyze, of the trades that we review, we do a beer review. Yep, that is right. We combine the finer things in life, beer and stocks. So if either of those two things intrigue you, then definitely smash that like button. Now for today's beer, we're gonna be sipping on a BrewDog Clockwork Tangerine. This is a Tangerine Session IPA with natural flavors. BrewDog is born in Scotland, but brewed in the United States. And funny story is that there's actually a person within the Discord server that lives in the town that founded BrewDog, and I found that to be super exciting. We're reaching people across the world. It's a fun thing to see. All right, so this is what the IPA looks like. It smells like an orange session IPA. If you don't like oranges, you're probably not gonna like this beer. But if you do like oranges, you might like it. Let me give it a taste. You know, it has a really orangey smell, but the orange isn't like super powerful in the beer. I wish there was more of an orange tangerine taste to it. I'm getting like the bitter of the orange, the sour, I should say, of the orange, but I'm not getting a ton of the flavor. So the beer is okay. It's not the greatest. It's not the worst. So out of a 10, I'm going to give this a 6.5. All right, so let's get right into the stock review, guys. Let's head on over to the WeBull brokerage, which is a great brokerage for all levels of investors and traders. And right now, they are currently running a stellar promotion. If you sign up with WeBull, you can get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,600. And also listen to this. If you refer just 3 friends, you will then also get 15 free stocks. Now this promotion lasts to the end of October. So if you know 3 people that were interested in signing up with WeBull, recommend WeBull to them and you can get 15 free stocks if you reach 3 people. Now looking at GameStop right now, the current share price for this company is $13.31. And over the last week, over the last 5 days, the stock is up 11.56%. Decent returns, especially just for a 5-day period. But back the chart out to the last 3 months, and the stock is up 217.66%. But how the hell am I up 2,000% on this stock? And that is because I bought 9 call options for this stock looking past the release of these new gaming consoles. And the reason why I bought those call options, well, there's a couple reasons, and we're going to get into them right now. The first reason was the prior all-time high for GameStop, which occurred on December 24th, 2007, where GameStop had a price of $63.30. And since then, the stock has really been dropping. The company is going through hard times right now. And because of that, the stock dropped from that all-time high to a price of $9.39 on October 2nd, 2020. Now, looking at the charts, we can see that there is a lot of upside at the current share price to get to the prior values of GameStop. But that is looking at the charts and not taking into consideration the current condition GameStop is in. There is a reason why the stock dropped so much, and that is because the business is having a hard time right now. A lot of these video games are being bought digitally, and there's also competition from big box stores like Target, Walmart, and other stores that sell the video games. So GameStop has a lot of competition, and it looks like most of the games are going completely digital, completely removing the need for GameStop. Now, I looked at the charts and I say, there's a lot of upside here. Is there any potential catalyst coming up that can drive the share price up? And the most obvious catalyst that I saw looking forward was the release of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. These new consoles are slated to be released in late 2020. And back in 2013, when the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were launched, GameStop saw a new video game hardware sale increase of 29.7% year over year. That corresponds completely with the release of the new video game consoles. So I looked at the stock and I said, wow, there is a ton of upside just based on the charts. And we have a potential catalyst coming up. That right there is shifting the risk reward into my favor just slightly. But there is another concept here that really makes it interesting to me. And that is that GameStop is the most shorted stock in the stock market today. The short interest for GameStop as of October 16th, 2020 is 66.41 million shares. That is 292% of the shares float and 101% of the shares outstanding. That is the number one most shorted stock in the stock market, and it is the number one by a decent amount. When you take a look at the second most shorted stock in the stock market, their percent share short is 57.69%. When you compare that to GameStop, you see that there is a big difference. So GameStop is super shorted right now. So really what I saw was there was a good chance with the catalyst that good news would come for GameStop. And that good news would then increase the share price. And then shorts would be forced to cover, causing a short squeeze. And then that share price would then skyrocket off of all of these shorts being forced to cover. And there are a ton of short positions in GameStop. And that is where I think we could get back to close to these all-time highs, even with the company not being as good as it was before, because the short squeeze can be so powerful in this instance that you can really make a lot of money off of your returns. So originally, I thought the only catalyst would be the video game launch, but since then, it looks like GameStop has been improving as a business as well. There's been a lot of good press release surrounding GameStop, and it looks like they might be able to change their business around. Now, this is a huge if. It's pure speculation. We don't know what's going to happen. And that is why I still think it's a gamble, but I think it's a gamble worth taking. The first good news that I would like to report on is the fact that Ryan Cohen purchased about 10% of GameStop's outstanding shares and making the claim that it can rival Amazon and effectively any competing retailer. Then in the following weeks after that, GameStop announced a strategic partnership with Microsoft. And all of this together has seemed to unleash what appears to be an enormous amount of untapped potential. Now, I think that this deal with Microsoft is huge, ginormous, gigantic news for GameStop, and it could potentially change the business around for them. And if they are able to get deals in place with Sony and Nintendo that are very similar to the deal that they have with Microsoft, then that is going to be even bigger for GameStop. And there has been discussions, there have been rumors that they could potentially sign deals with Sony and Nintendo as well. But the reason why I think this deal is so important is because games are going digital. They're already digital, and that is hurting GameStop.
But it might not hurt them anymore.
On October 13th, GameStop confirmed with Domo Capital that the agreement with Microsoft includes revenue sharing on all downstream revenue, i.e. digital downloads and digital content, from any device that GameStop brings into the Xbox ecosystem. GameStop now meaningfully participates in digital. So that means the more consoles that GameStop can sell, the better off they're going to be. They're going to get money off of the sale. They're going to get money off of the sale of the console, and they're also going to get downstream revenue of any digital purchase off of that console. And because of this deal with Microsoft, GameStop seems to be a very appealing place if you want to buy an Xbox, because there are more options to you available as a buyer. For instance, shoppers can also opt for Microsoft Xbox All Access plan through GameStop. Available for both the Xbox Series X and Series S, Xbox All Access allows you to make payments over a 24-month period, costing $35 per month on the Series X and $25 per month on the Series S. Xbox All Access also includes Xbox Game Pass Unlimited, and because of that perk, it's actually cheaper to opt for the All Access plan rather than buying the console and subscription separately, saving you $59 on the Series S and $19 on the Series X. Also offers a layaway, an installment plan, and a rent to own, making it super affordable. If you don't have all of the money up front, you can still purchase an Xbox through GameStop. And if you go through the Xbox All Access plan, you're going to get the Xbox Game Pass Unlimited included, and this is exclusively for GameStop. You're not going to get these deals at Target, at Walmart, or wherever else, making GameStop the more ideal location to buy your console. And like I said before, every console that GameStop sells, they're going to get a cut of the revenue downstream. That is not the case for Walmart, Target, or wherever else. That is very unique to GameStop, and that is huge for the business if you ask me. That is crucial in the turnaround for GameStop. Now, with all of that being said, those are the reasons why I think there is a huge upside potential for GameStop. Now, don't get me wrong. Is the business still in trouble? Do they have a lot to correct? Absolutely. For sure. 100%. That's why I'm not classifying it as an investment. I'm classifying it as a gamble. But it's a gamble that I think might be worth taking. Now, I'm not a professional advisor, guys, and I'm not telling you what to do here. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. And my situation might be a little bit different. I got into GameStop and I am up over 2,000% today. But I'm not selling because I still think there is a ton of upside for this stock. And when I got into this trade, my goal was to turn $250 into close to $25,000. And for that to happen, I need GameStop to reach a share price of around $30. And if you look at the charts, that is not uncharted territory. GameStop has reached that value before, and GameStop had an all-time high of close to $60. So do I think it's doable? Yes. Do I think it's going to be hard to get to? Yes. But really, to turn $250 to $25,000, that would be the best trade of all time in my personal opinion. And that is why I think GameStop is the ultimate short squeeze. Now, if you like this video and the content that I am providing, please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that bell, and smashing that like button. Also, check out the links in the video description. There are a ton of resources that can help you be a better investor, including the Facebook group, the Discord server where we talk stocks on the daily, and the Patreon page, which is the best way to help support this channel. Now, with all of that being said, I'm also going to include other trade ideas that I think are similar in nature to this GameStop trade, where I think there is a huge upside in potential, given the fact that there is a high short volume and there are a lot of potential catalysts coming up. I have a stock in mind and I will be following up with a video on that stock, so stay tuned. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video. It's been real, it's been fun, it's been real fun, and this is We Are Investing, and together we are invincible. Cheers.